The Bible is for me.
All right, we're recording.
Now?
Now we're recording.
Yay!
Tim coming to us live from Tonga.
The
Tonga
jungle of
Tim.
Tonga.
Tonga Tim. Hey, you
Tonga
guys didn't see
Tim.
my hat yet. Did you see my hat?
Hey.
I did. I appreciate that. Thanks for nothing, Anthony. Oh wait, never mind. You got it.
I
Oh, my
never wear
goodness.
this hat unless I'm
How
on
dare
a
you.
call with you guys. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's not
I was
true.
like
I wear it all the
laying
time.
out. I was like, I got to do my ninja fit for tomorrow because I
Oh,
wanted to look nice.
we should have wore our Bible is funny merch that Anthony sent us.
Oh yeah. You're
Oh
right.
yeah. Interesting.
You got to order your own
Interesting.
hats. We don't have as much money as you do.
But I am
It's
gonna.
true. We are really rich.
Did you see we have a hat now? Did you see this?
Ooh,
That is very cool.
Is that embroidery?
It's embroidery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be cool. I wish I had one.
I'm gonna get
do
you
I.
guys one. It's literally on a list, and I'm half motivated to show you because you were like first on the list. We got to get them hats. Okay, so you know how you did the other movie review with us. So Tim will do like a summary, and then we'll go.
Oh, we
through and
didn't
we'll ask the
start?
questions.
I
and
thought we
stuff.
started.
This is it. This is
we
included.
started
This
the
is the pod.
podcast.
We're in it.
Tonga Tim, you're on a different time zone entirely. Okay, I don't know if you're having dinner or what, but we're trying to get this thing started.
We're on island time here, bro. We start things when we want to start things. We finish things whenever it
Get the
becomes
accent.
acceptable to
Do it.
finish them.
Do the
Yeah,
I'm not
Do
going to
the
do the accent. Nope. Not get in trouble. Nope.
Accent. Accent.
Don't do accents.
Speaking of the
I can
accent,
do-
have you guys seen Forrest Frank's new reggae?
No.
Wild.
I just Lord of Jesus, man. Out in the streets, they called him Yahweh.
We read the Holy Bible.
I did see some stuff. The first song I heard from it, actually, I was like, man, I wish Hollister was still around because Hollister would have loved this. That was my first take.
Did you guys see this
Hollister not
video?
still around?
Did you see this video of Forrest Frank's wife? Listen.
I'm there in my yard, near my mango tree. Up on my mango tree, big though. Wall up a mango tree,
The Mongol tree.
giant.
It's so funny.
They're just embracing it.
Hey,
Goes
we
on-
become all things to all men.
It's the
In hopes
classic.
we might save some.
It's the classic goes on 3-day short-term mission trip, right? Comes back.
Come out with the beads in the hair.
Hot, hot,
Mhm.
Our
hot.
church. We do church for an hour. Out there. They do church all day.
Life is the church.
Did you guys watch the the new Jury Duty? Did you watch Jury Duty, the first one?
I watched the
No.
first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. I heard the guy's great.
The guy's very funny, but there's a whole bit with like this character in The Office who went to Jamaica and started a Rasta band.
That's great.
It's really good. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Christian Movie Club. My name's Anthony. That's Tim, up there in
That's
a
me.
jungle somewhere, in whatever place witness protection has put him this week. And we are joined today by our besties, Josh and Andy from Ninjas of
Happy to be
Josh
here.
and Andy. Josh and Andy.
You guys look so good.
I do.
Thanks. We
Thank
get
you.
that a lot, actually.
I
You're
appreciate it.
consistent with that too. I don't think I've ever seen you guys not look good.
Well,
Yeah.
we're trying to keep up with you guys.
You don't have to say it.
What have you guys been up to? What have you been doing this year?
Oh, rising and grinding. Just living the dream. You know,
Do you- do you sing the
110%
song?
every day.
Rise and grind and get the glory. No,
Yeah, that's it.
No,
that's how it
No,
goes.
you got.
No, we've been good. We've been having a lot of fun. We've been traveling a little bit. We're having a good time. We've been excited for this.
You've had some really fun guests this year, I feel like.
Yes.
You had Payne Lindsay on.
Payne Lindsay, Jesse Carey from the Sean Ryan's gig. It's pretty dope. A lot of scary stuff.
We almost had the future governor on, James Fishback.
What happened?
Our flight got canceled from California, but we're now thankful, I think, that
that went that way?
Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
He said some weird stuff.
He said some weird stuff.
I don't know
if you got that in the news.
For you guys to say they said some weird stuff, that's got to be a little weird.
I know. I don't want to push you guys into saying anything more on that or anyone else, but I have really enjoyed moments talking with you guys about guests and things where you're like, yeah, they were on one about.
I feel like it would have been bad.
Your capacity is so wide for like you're always down to talk about stuff. So it is great when somebody pushes you guys to the the edge.
There is a limit.
It's been warm outside, hasn't it? Like that's yours.
Well, yeah.
Payne though, I'm just such a sucker for High Strange. I binged that new season.
So good.
I loved that episode you guys got to do with him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
He was great.
But now you're here on Christian Movie Club to review a Christian movie, okay? So there's business to get to. Enough goofing around. It's a work day.
Yeah, for sure. This is serious stuff.
This is pretty serious. Today
This is the rapture we're talking about.
This is the end times, as foretold by Howie Mandel and Gary Busey. All right, so let's just dive into it. Christian Movie Club. If it's your first time here, welcome. We have separately, Josh and Andy, Tim, myself have all consumed the movie that we're going to discuss today. I'm treading water on the title, Tim, because I'm going to look to you for help. It is either called Tribulation or Apocalypse 3, and I'm not sure which. So anyway, we're gonna jump in here with just some background information on the film. This film came out in 2000. Tim, tell us what we need to know, including what is the title we should call this movie.
Yeah, I've been running with Tribulation, and it's from the year 2000. It's got an hour and 35-minute runtime, so it is watchable. It's not terribly painful. Film was written by Peter Lalonde and Paul Lalonde, and directed by Andre Van Herding. I don't really know what else he's from. One of my favorite things to look up on these films is the gross, like how much money did they make at the box office. This one, I looked it up, and the response I got back was a Christian Tribulation 2000, a Christian apocalyptic thriller starring Gary Busey and Margot Kidder, was released directly to video television and did not have a traditional theatrical run, resulting in no reported global box office gross revenue. It was part of a series of low-budget apocalyptic films by Cloud 10 Pictures in the late 90s and 2000s that focused on home media sales. So basically, we don't care about money, is what they said.
They knew their audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew their audience wasn't going to leave their living room to watch a dumb movie.
No, it's dangerous out there.
The box
Scary
office.
times.
Well, maybe the apocalypse started, and you don't even know.
Yeah.
That's funny you bring that up because I was thinking, even just quick background, if you're working on a film, an end times film to release in the year 2000, are you sort of hoping Y2K isn't then the end times? Like, or do you have like a little bit of a, we're going to put the movie out, unless.
You never
It's
know.
like, it could be over by the time we do our thing.
They definitely knew what they were doing. I bet they were feeding off that fear. That definitely helped with the DVD sales or the VHSs for sure. No doubt.
I think it was a laser disc at this point in 2000.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think at this point, like, they were probably going, yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this Y2K possibility to like not button up all the details that need to be buttoned up. So we can probably get away with it. We can cut some corners here.
Right. Because you're half prepping for, a Y2K crisis. You're half trying to release a movie first quarter of 2000.
Yeah.
What else do we need to know, Tim?
This film stars Gary Busey as Tom Canborough. We all know the great Gary Busey. Has been in Lethal Weapon and Bloodsport and Under Siege and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And one of my favorites, Rookie of the Year. But he was also in Sharknado 4 and 5 and Piranha 3DD. But for me, he is best known as Pappas in Point Break. And also confusingly, a lot of big teeth. Confusingly, he's also in a film called Breaking Point, in addition to Point Break. Totally unrelated.
Wow.
That's real. Film stars Howie Mandel as Jason. Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal, Bobby's World, and Gremlins. Fun fact, when I saw the poster for the movie, or the DVD cover or whatever,
Yeah.
I thought it was Bad Bunny. And I was like,
too.
hey,
said that
dude.
too.
I did too.
Not him.
Would've
Stars
been
Nick
so much
Mancuso. Nick
Yeah, the
Mancuso as
Antichrist. You want to see the mark?
It's a rapture.
Okay, so you're doing the accent. All right,
Yeah, we're doing it.
I'll let you guys do it. We can't get through this. Nick Mancuso as Franco Macaluso. He's from Under Siege and Under Siege 2 and The Firm. He's in some stuff. Margot Kidder as Eileen. She died in 2018, so don't say anything bad about her. But she was Lois Lane in the 1978 Superman movie.
No way.
She did
Oh,
look familiar.
wow.
That's kind of curious. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, and since then she was in just other stuff. She was in Smallville, oddly enough, and Law and Order and Touched by an Angel. Sherry Miller as Susie Canborough, who is Tom's wife. She's been in a bunch of stuff, but she was in Schitt's Creek. She and her husband were the rich couple that come to visit Johnny and Moira, and they have dinner with them and Roland. And then Joseph Ziegler as Calvin Canborough. He just died in 2025, so don't say anything about him either.
Pee pants.
Yeah. Well, there you did.
Old
You said
pee
it.
pants.
Oh, pee pants. But he also wasn't in anything I ever recognized. So there you go. That's the gist of who was in it.
What are the chances that who is the actor that played the Antichrist again?
Nick Mancuso.
And what's the Antichrist character name?
Franco Macaluso.
That sounds to me like somebody just said his name wrong, and then they were like, they're like, where's Franco Macaluso? It's like, you mean Nick? No, it's the character name.
That guy was 100% Gary Busey, who mispronounced it. Get Mascalusco in here.
Where's Macaluso? You can't just say vowels and end it with O. All right. Okay. So Tim, we got a couple more things we need before we jump in.
Mm-hmm.
One, give me like a summary, like just whatever the internet provides as what we're jumping into here.
Yeah. So this summary of usually we get something short and sweet, and I'm gonna breeze through this. I'm gonna go very quickly through this, but I always pull the IMDb synopsis. Like that's my go-to. That's my standard. Here we have a very long diatribe of this, but here goes. Tom Canborough is a police detective with a Christian sister, Eileen, a brother, Calvin, a wife, Susan, and an eccentric brother-in-law, Jason. One night, Jason seemingly goes insane and tries to kill Eileen, calling her a hater. Tom realizes this may be a conspiracy going as far as devil worship, but he speeds up in his car to get help. He suddenly loses control and crashes. Waking up in a strange hospital, he finds that years have passed and people all over the world are wearing the mark of 666 on their right hands, and all those who don't are being killed off. Franco Macaluso, the believer in world peace of whom Jason was fond of, now controls the world and is trying to unite it as it was at the Tower of Babel. Meanwhile, the haters, or Christians, are hiding out and airing TBN tapes on the air for people to realize that the Messiah is really the Antichrist, but their leader, Helen Hanna, is arrested. That's the synopsis. That's the movie, guys.
That's the whole movie.
And why did they even introduce Helen Hanna in the synopsis? Like, oh, here's a new character in the last sentence.
That is every bit the synopsis my mother-in-law gives of movies. Like, that's exactly. She's like, have you seen this? You should see it. I'm like, oh, yeah, Frozen 2. No, I haven't seen it yet. She's like, oh, it's great. It's like they go on this journey, and Elsa discovers that you got to see it, but then and there's a water horse, and so they're all, and then you think that Olaf died, and you're just like, well, all right, now.
And then Atta Holland, is it her? Who's Atta Holland?
That's really good though. Okay, last thing from Tim. Any reviews from viewers that we need to kind of set the table for our discussion today? Any reviews?
I mean, hopefully I get to contribute to the rest of the podcast too. But
last thing.
Yeah. Some of my favorites. One says 5 out of 10, which is funny. But it says bad, badder, baddest. And he just says, ugh, it gets worse. It just gets worse. Perhaps the positive reviews here are by the Lalonde brothers themselves, the director or the writer. I don't know, but they can't be serious objective reviews. Bad acting, badder writing, baddest direction. Please stop the waste of time and money. Next review says, not as bad as people have said. This movie is not nearly as bad as what people have said about it. I agree. Okay. It is a movie made especially for Christians, and its ideas on the rapture are debatable. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, it's about finding God and overcoming your doubts as the rest of the films in the series. Plus, here's my favorite part. This film might be Gary Busey's best role ever.
Wow.
And Gary Busey did not rate this one.
In the discussion.
Yeah. So those are my favorites.
Okay, I think it really set him up for. I was looking on his IMDb, and Gary Busey, a couple years later after this movie, he starred in the role in a movie called The Ginger Dead Man. So I think it really set him up for success. I think it was really a breakout, proving he still had it.
The Ginger Dead Man needs to be watched. Putting that in my notes. All right, we're going to discuss this film. If this is your first time to Christian Movie Club, again, I'm just kind of walking you through this. First thing I like to say before we do all the movies, we don't know the Laluno brothers or anyone involved in this film personally, so we're going to discuss the film that they created. We don't know them. We don't know their intentions. We don't know the kind of people they are. I have no reason not to believe they're lovely. So the following discussion is about the movie that was presented. It was created and put out for consumption. We have consumed it, and we're now going to discuss it. I'm going to read a brief kind of, I usually fill in the gaps IMDb left, and they didn't leave a lot of crumbs for me, but I'll do my best to kind of walk through the story. If by some chance you were not near a TV when this film went direct to TV in the year 2000, or maybe it's just been, 20-something years and you forgot how it goes. So I'm going to say that spoilers are included in that section of the podcast. So if you want to watch this film without spoilers, it's in the show notes right now. You can click on it and go watch it and then come back. I'll give you a second to decide, and then we're going to read the summary with spoilers and continue our discussion.
Yeah, because that previous summary didn't have any spoilers in it at all.
That's a good point. Okay, here we go. If you left and came back, welcome back. And if you stayed with us, let's jump into it. The film is Tribulation. Despite their ideological differences, Tom, his brother Calvin, and his sister Eileen are a family just like any other. They gather for meals, they tell old family stories, they discuss primate observations. But all that comes to a screeching halt because the team that brought you the original Tower of Babel is back, and they're pissed. They take over Tom's brother-in-law's brain through his Ouija board, and just as Tom is figuring out their dastardly plot, he's involved in a head-on car collision that puts him in a coma. Days, months, or years pass by, and during that time, an Italian mob dictator Antichrist takes over the whole world through the use of Oculus headsets. Tom wakes up from his coma, escapes the hospital, and walks, and walks, and walks, and walks, and walks, until he figures out what's actually going on. He finds his wife, who's working with a band of misfits, and together with their windowless van and the power of friendship, they end the tribulation.
Well
now you
said.
know.
You forgot he limped, too. He limped. I think they were really trying to sell that he had atrophy in his legs because he was in a coma for so long.
It was just, he walked this way, he walked that way, he walked through a park. I just was like, we're walking, and we're walking. All right, let's jump into it. Give me something that was shocking to you. Let's start with Josh and Andy. Something that was shocking to you about this film.
The outbursts. The outbursts. There's one where that guard broke into the cabin, and he's sitting there. He has this whole like, "Oh, so you read in the Bible, I see. You believe these dumb fishermen wrote this?" Then he goes, "Shut up! Just shut up, all right?"
He says, "I think you need to shut up." Interrupts Gary Busey.
It shocked me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And the eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny, no,
Mo.
eeny, meeny, miny. How about you?
Does it even rhyme?
He did.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I love that he was a double agent.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
No, that was
Huge
great.
twist.
Just pulls off the
That was a
glove.
decent twist.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that 45 seconds into the movie we have a pee pants scene immediately following a prayer.
That was
I thought
crazy.
that was great
Yeah.
humiliation ritual
Yeah.
right out the gate. Yeah,
Also, a little bit like, why are you telling this guy he can't? You're in a forest. Why
Yeah,
doesn't he
crazy.
just pee?
yeah.
Crazy. It was very confusing. And then they jumped straight to them as adults. I'm like, are these the parents just roasting their kids for peeing their pants? I'm like, this is nuts.
Maybe they didn't want to pee in front of his sister. We've all
That's
been
Like,
true.
there.
walk away. Why
I
are we
thought the
acting?
kid that
We have
peed
to
his
get
pants
all-
was going to become the Antichrist.
That's the sign.
Ooh,
The
origin
mark of the
story.
beast is to pee your pants. Pee your pants right now. Prove your alliance to Satan.
This humiliation
But I-
happened when my sister was
But I just
crying.
went. I just went.
Origin
I don't have to pee. I can't get any
It's
more
the,
out.
the pee pants platoon, and then you flip it, and it's 666.
Yes.
That's good.
Dan, what was shocking to you?
The whole scene where like the Professor Tim at the beginning when he's been possessed by the cult, the demons, I guess. And then I describe like a rage wolf is what I understood it to be. And then at the same time, like Jason was sort of filled with the same wolf spirit, and then they all jump out windows. I was like, what is happening here? What is going on?
Yeah.
I was shocked by that whole experience. And then Gary Busey contributing to that. He had his own thing I'll talk about later, but geez. Yeah, that whole scene was just what just happened? I had to go back and watch it again. I was like, what? I don't understand what just went down.
Yeah,
He also looked like Tucker Carlson, sharing the same name as well. I thought it was
Yes.
Tucker Carlson at one point. And he was so mean to Diane, his wife. He's
You're
like, just
telling me you believe in this book?
it was crazy.
I agree in the shockingness of that, and then also how it just like sort of never came back. Like they could take over people's minds, like just by kind of holding hands, but then they
Yeah.
wanted them to not. They wanted to not take over their minds. They wanted them to choose inside of the Oculus.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
Tim
they were
Tucker
just
was-
testing it.
They said Tim Tucker was like the catalyst, like the guy that they needed, and then they
Right.
immediately just kill him.
Dead.
And
Dead
he
on the
didn't do like
spot.
a speech. They didn't get like, oh, we're gonna have him create something or talk with all the universe. And it's like, no, we're just gonna kill him immediately after yelling at his wife.
But they didn't. But and then they possessed Jason. But then like they didn't do the same thing with him too. Like they let him go.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Something like
Well,
What
that
is it?
was funny to me because I was like, they always do this like, oh, it's the secret super Saiyan, Babel team. They are all knowing and wise, and then they're like, we'll make them jump out of windows. That'll work for everyone. And then it's like, unless
on the
they're
first
on the first floor. And there's like, oh, drat! We didn't think that far ahead. Something that was shocking to me was a moment. Tom's brother Calvin Pee Pants dies in the movie. Inside of the Oculus headset, he dies, and Gary walks in, his mouth is wide open, and Tom played by Gary Busey, closes his eyes, and he just clearly an emotional moment of the film. And the first words out of his mouth were, "Eileen was right." And I just thought, what a thing to say when your sibling just died in front of you, and you were just a second late to save him, and you just immediately, "I told you so," a little bit in his face.
Dummy.
That was shocking to me. Honestly, though, I had a lot of answers to this. Why they were trying to kill Tom like moments before his car accident, but then they kept him alive in a coma for years. Like that didn't make a lot of sense to me.
No.
The guy, his mate in the hospital room, that they were both in there. I had to rewatch this 5 times because, and I can't. This is what he said. He said, "I've been drunk since the vanishings." Which I was, the first time I heard it, I made a note. I went back. I tried to put the like auto cap. The guy was drunk since the man was potentially inebriated for years, and that's shocking to me. So I don't know. I had more I could have done in here. Also, why does the Mark of the Beast look like a stamp you got at a nightclub like 2 days prior?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
sort of faded.
Yeah, Busey could have easily just got a Sharpie
Right.
and just like gone undercover. Like he caused himself so much trouble.
Okay. This brings up my last point I want to make here in this section. If you are on set of a movie like this, I guess here's the way I'll form the question. Has anyone on this set ever refused to get the Mark of the Beast for the purposes of the film?
True. Yeah, because maybe that's the trick.
Like if you're
Maybe
on
Satan's the
set
director.
and they're like, "We just got to give you the Mark of the Beast," and you're like, "Oh yeah, sure, here you go." Wait,
Hold on.
wait.
This is a test.
I think no. I think
Right?
no is my answer. And
Yeah,
the prop
who-
guy's like, "No, it's for the movie. Like we're doing a." Oh yeah, that's what they would say to.
Yeah, think of all the amazing actors that backed out of this movie that we could have had Tom Hanks,
Yeah,
but they refused to do it.
this is exactly why Kirk Cameron's never done an End Times movie.
Yeah. Which I looked up. I was doing a little bit of research. No joke. Howie Mandel and the other person with the last name Kidder, the actor with the name Kidder, I don't know who that was.
Mhm.
They both had no idea this was like gonna have like a biblical message. And so Howie was kind of ticked apparently. And I bet because Howie gave everything he got. Like everything he had, he really did try to act his heart out.
Yes.
And so I bet he is really ticked that this movie was like purely a Christian film.
Yeah,
I
think it's
don't.
hilarious.
Yeah. That'd be hard.
he knows as well as anyone that sometimes the banker gives you a good deal and sometimes the banker gives you a bad deal. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Chose the wrong briefcase.
All right, give me a character you wanted to see less of.
Oh man, that one's tough.
Honestly, Eileen. And I'm glad she
Yeah.
was raptured.
100%.
What a Bible thumper, dude.
She was for real like annoying.
Yeah.
When her would have been a sister-in-law. It's like, tell me about that thing from Revelations. Actually,
Sean.
it's Revelation.
Idiot.
Okay. I don't know why no one wants to go to church with you, Eileen. You're so nice to everybody.
That's amazing.
Did you have one, Andy?
I'm trying to think of anyone I hated in this movie that I wanted to see less of. I think
If
Oh,
everybody's
geez.
answer isn't Eileen or Karen or whatever her name was, then I don't know what movie we watched.
yeah, I was trying to
Eileen.
think of someone else besides Eileen because I don't want to just piggyback off of you guys.
It's-
But Eileen
no,
is the
it's so
obvious
hard.
answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's obvious answer.
The only other I had Eileen too. The only other note I made was just I didn't love an Italian being the Antichrist. That felt like a personal attack a little bit.
He was great though.
I don't
He
like
His
I don't
his
like-
evil face and laugh was amazing.
I think that's what I disliked. Is you were just like, well, usually it's a Russian, and you're like, what Russian is everybody gonna love? And then you're like, oh, it's an Italian. Dang, they do be.
Dang.
Italian with a ponytail, you got it. I'm a sucker.
They got good. They got good like food, and they run like whole mafias and things like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like you're promising me anything I ever want. You're talking me pasta carbonara every night of my life. Yeah.
Parmigiano Reggiano?
Unlimited breadsticks? Are you kidding me?
You're probably what you're probably gonna get when you hear your family, you know, and that's what he's gonna say to everybody. It's like, dang, he probably is gonna be Italian. Give me a character you wanted to see more of.
Bearded, long-haired Gary Busey. I didn't know I needed that so badly in my life. I don't know how long the time jump was from the wreck to him waking up, but it was a long enough time for him to look fantastic. And also the fact that he thought it was a big enough priority while getting away and limping away to shave and give himself a haircut. A good haircut. A Busey haircut in the hospital mid-chase. I thought that was incredible. I thought it was, you could have done until he found his wife or something to have that. He could have committed the whole last half of the movie with that haircut.
Yeah. Well, I think it was probably in like a smart move. It's a clever move on his part because at this point, everybody is just recognizing him as sort of white Jesus with white long hair and white beard. And then when he shaves that off, now he's kind of undercover. Nobody knows it's him. They're not remembering Tom from 7 years ago or whenever the rapture happened.
Oh, true, right.
He's playing chess.
Yeah. Josh,
and I'm guessing that was a Gary Busey decision, like a character decision. He said, I know this guy.
I want to see more of the neighbor, the black neighbor.
Mike. I'm Mike. I'm from next door.
He just came at the worst times, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did.
It would have made it the best movie ever if he showed up at the house, the cabin before it exploded. Hey, what's going on here?
It's me, Mike from next door.
What if Mike just wanders into the Oculus scene with the Antichrist?
Hey, it's me, Mike. He's just getting his paper.
Are you in my brain right now, Mike?
Just getting the paper. So funny.
This is a great choice. Tim, what was a character you wanted to see more of?
Mine was the woman in like up in the like the cabin at Rat Lake, who's like their tech person, I guess, or whatever. The blonde woman, who just kind of gives up on like the satellite link. That's all we were introduced. Like that's how we're introduced to her. Is like she's trying to connect everything to the satellite, and she's like, "There's no point. I mean, the satellite's completely locked up. I mean, without the password, I can't." You're like, you need passwords to get at everything now. You think somebody's giving you a password to a satellite? That's a thing. Does those just have passwords? I just log in to the satellite. That's but I just wanted to hear more from her, like giving up on stuff. I don't know. These shoes can't tie. I'm just gonna wear sandals. I don't tie them. Well, I mean, without somebody to tie my shoes for me, I'm not gonna wear.
What's the point?
This group of survivors didn't have they had to take what they could get. You know what I mean? Like the top level satellite hackers were gone at this point, so they had to deal with what remained.
And you've got these like well-primped, like well-kept people that are like running away from, like they're supposed to be living off the grid and like undetectable and hiding out somewhere, but they look like they've been staying in a nice hotel for the last couple of weeks. So
they would live on the grid if they could figure out the password. Can't get in. Character I wanted to see more of, and again, just celebrating Gary Busey's choices. Like obviously, none of us know how long he was out for. It was very unclear, but watching him move this entire movie was like, that was such a highlight. I loved it so much. There's actually a YouTube link. I'll put this in the show notes as well. It's called Run Gary Run, and somebody created a supercut of him moving and running throughout this whole movie. And it just had all of the, because he's trying to again, maybe it's years he's been in a hospital bed, so his muscles have atrophied and things like that, and he's really trying to like put that into practice in his performance. But it came across like somebody who had just maybe gotten out of the car after a long road trip or something.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna. Or maybe somebody when he was running who's like got to find a bathroom like quickly, and so there's like certain parts of their hips that they're like refusing to move, so they're like sort of scuttling about. So I just couldn't get it out. Every time he was moving, I was like, good, more of Gary moving in a hurry. At one point, he sits down crisscross applesauce while he's talking to Howie Mandel.
Well, Howie stopped to tie his shoe, and Gary Busey's like, "I'm just gonna sit.
This might take a while."
Crisscross applesauce.
I'm gonna do a full sit down.
Now he's like, "All right, I guess we're sitting."
Just his physical body choices when he was hiding under the piece of cardboard for a second. I just couldn't get enough. I could just watch Gary, like, make Gary, like, and this was Gary in 2000. This was 26 years ago. And, so, like, that era, him as an action hero, I got to go back and see Ginger Dead Man because.
No, it's good.
I bet you it's more the same.
Also, the spit take of coffee that Gary Busey did in the hospital. He had a full cup of coffee in his mouth when he spit it out. It was crazy. It wasn't just like a classic like mist. It was a full gulp.
You can hide a lot of coffee behind those teeth.
Yeah, those chompers are hiding so much.
I don't know where it goes, but just his commitment to give his wife an upgraded wedding ring throughout this film. And the list of priorities of all the things going on, he goes to the house to check for it. And this isn't a wedding ring. This isn't like he's asking her to marry him. This is just, I think you should have a nicer ring than you do right now, which I think if you're living off the grid in the end times trying to avoid the Antichrist, the thing you're going to want more than anything else is another half carat on that diamond on your hand. Give me a low point in the film.
Low point. I think. Oh man,
I don't have one. I loved it all. I truly did.
that's the thing. But that's what I was thinking.
Good
Like
pacing
in a film
pacing.
A film like this, the low points are also kind of the high points at the same time. Like we're enjoying them. So
Yeah.
it was hard to find like a particular low point for me. Like the most, so I had to go with like most cheesy point maybe. And so like when at the very end again up at Rat Lake, when like all the Mancuso's goons come in and they just start shooting guns at the cabin and they're just firing away at nothing. They can't see anything. There's literally no people in there, but they're just lighting the place up.
Correct.
Then they realize they hit the explosives, and he and it takes like 5 seconds for him to realize, oh, I've hit those explosives. Then we blow up, and then like there's the delayed reaction explosives that I didn't know those existed, but I guess like you shoot the timer. And then the timer goes off, and then 5 or 10 seconds later,
they shot off the clip off the grenade.
That's what happened.
Yeah, there was the 3 seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there was a 20-second explosion in slow mo because no doubt they used all of their budget for that one shot.
The one explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I love right before that they have their commander looking at them in the eye and says, "If it moves, shoot it until it stops moving." And then immediately they go into the cabin and open fire on anything that isn't moving. There's no movement, there's no sound, and they just
nothing is moved.
3 guys are just laying all the ammo down.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, you know, shadows and whatnot, I think you have to take into account. Low point for me was kind of easy. I mean, definitely along the cheesier line, but they get into Tom's house. I don't even know what this character was. I think he was one of the Babel gang. And then he was kind of moving around. Yeah, the ball guy. But he walks in and he's like, he goes where Tom's police stuff is.
This is my favorite part of the movie.
And it's gone. And he goes, "Don't worry, he's unarmed." And then the camera pans and he's holding a Bible.
My favorite part.
That was
great.
Also, that guy would have been a way better Antichrist.
For sure.
If they were to switch the characters. Like have the Gabagool be like the general, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean maybe we can clear this up because like was Mancuso Lucifer and also the Antichrist? Is that are we saying that's the same?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
in
That's what they're
the
saying.
apocalypse, that's what's happening. Is why did we rename the devil to be the Antichrist? Why don't we just call him the devil?
It's bad theology.
I think it's like a take.
It's also made in Canada. It was a Canadian film, so I think there's a lot to blame there. So
I think we want to start there
yeah.
and then try to logic backwards from that. Yeah,
I also
mean,
think
they
the
were.
Oculus moments, like where the white scene,
Yeah,
I feel like that could have been, that was probably my low point. It's like,
They could have made it more.
yeah, like you have, you're going into another dimension or something. You're talking with the Antichrist, and it's just like what everyone pictures like heaven looks like as soon as you arrive, like just pure white and stuff. I just feel like that just lacked like anything. Like they could have done anything.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, let's stop being so negative. Let's talk about the high points for a minute.
For God so loved the world, he sent his only son to spread a web of lies. That was my high point. These lines, the lines in this movie were so good.
They were on it.
Gary Busey's delivery of screaming, "We had a sister," was so, like, it was just so
Eileen!
good. It was so good.
Close up of Gary. I'm the one with a brain injury, but I'm starting to think it's you guys that are nuts.
So good.
That was another one-liner I had to mark. You know what you're talking about, right? The devil? The bad guy? Yeah.
The high point, I mean,
lot to
there's
like.
so many. Yeah, there's so many. Like, it's like Howie Mandel brushing everything off a kitchen table to give this illustration, and then immediately walking out. And like, as the husband of the household, you don't do anything at all.
No.
Like,
No.
yeah, like just
Chill
hey,
out.
chill.
My high point was definitely Howie jumping out of the tree.
Being up there the whole time.
Where? Also, how did Howie know about the tree? Like, I thought that was like him, Gary,
brothers,
Eileen, and
No, Howie's sister married Tom. There's no way Howie should have known about that tree.
no,
That is
he's
like
just hanging out up there
Let alone being in the tree in the middle of the night.
right.
with his
Just-
crystal.
Yeah, is anyone here? And then immediately drops down. I'm here. What? You didn't even know that was Gary Busey. I didn't know that was your brother-in-law. What are you talking about?
Tim, what was your high point?
My high points, it's stuff we already talked about, but it was Tom's choices. It was, for me, it was just a collection of his choices, his decisions. Like you said, him being in a coma for years or whatever, and then first option, like first priority is shave and cut your hair, and then of course, like you said, the flipping off his dead brother's helmet. And he's like, well, Eileen was right. You named the coffee thing. My other thing that was fun was like when he goes to investigate the domestic dispute and with Tim, Professor Tim, and he's like holding his wife like at knife point, and he's like gonna cut her throat, cut her head off or something, and then he goes, drop your gun, and he's like, well, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think cops do that. And he like basically handed it to the guy. And then but then when he takes off running, this is my favorite moment of Gary's, I think. Tim takes off running, and it's like, 2 seconds. He's running towards the window, and Tom goes, "Where are you going?" Like as if he's expecting a response from him. Like he says this audibly. "Where are you going?" "Oh, towards the window to jump out the window." "Oh, then you're dead." "Okay. I guess that's where you're going." But yeah, again, all of just literally every one of Gary Busey's choices were
So good.
just my high points.
So good. I mean, I want to say I like the connection to the Tower of Babel. Like, I just think that's an interesting take. I hadn't seen that before. That you're at least, I don't know. I want to. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. You're kind of back at this thing. I don't think anybody who like studies the Bible would be on board with it. But like, you connected two dots.
It was good.
So there you go. All right, final review time. We're all saying this is our very sophisticated scale here. It's raised hand emojis. 5 is the highest. Josh and Andy, what do you think?
I grew up on Left Behind. I loved Left Behind. So for me, amazing. I will give it a 4 out of 5 emoji hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3.5 because I feel
Okay.
like there was just a little bit left to be wanted. I feel like there was a lot of the Antichrist was just a smooth talking guy. I feel like
He should have done more like scary.
Yeah, like it should have been a little more scary, especially when he like people turned against him. I think it just didn't sell it for me, you know.
Yeah,
And
the ways of which he killed them too was nuts.
Yeah.
A snake bite.
There was a snake bite.
Guillotine, and then just his hand on his chest.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be a little more consistency.
Yeah. I
Maybe
also
we
also would have loved a full circle moment of the banana like being dipped in the ocean at the end, like Gary Busey like on a beach, like the music hits and he's like eating a banana and he like dips it in the ocean just for like old time's sake or something. Like, yeah, I think that could have been fun. So
yeah, I like that.
yeah.
Tim,
I think we had a missed opportunity there with the video camera contact lens, where we could have had a really cool view of when she did get guillotined, and then we could have had a cool perspective view of a roll. But yeah, just kind of missed it.
Smart, yeah.
It would have been really gross and awesome. I give it a 4.
And it, like, keeps playing, and like the workers come in, like, oh, it's so gross. Like you get this like all this extra footage at the
I
end.
gotta do a guillotine. What about the snake? That was
The
easy.
snake was so simple.
My-
I tell you what, he doesn't have to pick up the heads. That's why he does this stuff. Do you know that? Because it's always like it's us. We come in there.
The head rolls off and it's like blinking, and then suddenly like it's the POV of her head, and then suddenly Mike from next door pops up. It's like, oh no! Oh no! It's me, Mike from next door. What happened?
Also, the amount of cleanup that would have been done in that white room too. It'd be a lot of blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why? It's such a huge cleanup.
Oh, it's such a funny. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Tim. What was your?
Oh, you're good. No, it was good to interrupt. I give it a 4. I mean, you know, for the purpose of what we're doing here, you know, we've talked about the rating them based on like quality and rating them based on like watchability and fun times. And this was an easy 4, maybe even more, out of just watchability, fun times. I mean, it's got everything you could possibly want. You've got Gary Busey, for goodness sake. You got Howie Mandel. You got some, you know, kind of annoying characters, but you don't see them anymore after the beginning. But yeah, this is a great fun watch. Nothing cringy, or not too much cringy, and only an hour and a half long. It's an easy one, and it just kind of ended abruptly. Like, we're done with this movie. We're not dragging this thing out. It's over, and roll the credits. Like, we're out. I thought my internet cut out or something. And the movie had just stopped, and then they rolled the credits.
Because they did it. They ended the tribulation.
Fixed it.
Apocalypse 3.
I'm looking forward to 2026 Tribulation 2, Apocalypse 4, Gary Busey coming back. I think it needs to happen.
Tribulation 2, Apocalypse 4. The end of the movie also could have done a POV of heaven with Jesus like ready to return. I said, oh shoot, well they stopped. So I guess now I gotta wait. Just to kind of pile on, I was at a 4, maybe a 4.5. I honestly think it might be my new favorite end times movie, because while some end times movies fuss with, like, you know, at least loosely referencing scripture of there will be wars and rumors of wars and famines, this movie was like, forget about it. Forget about it. This is about vibes for us. We're taking whatever, we're kind of doing whatever we want to do, and we're going to actually stop the tribulation at the end of it. That's our takeaway. Like, the previous movies didn't do enough. I think we should just go ahead and intervene and foil the plans of the Antichrist, and then they're done, and they Scooby-Dooed him, and they saved the day. And you're like, well, so now we're just like, now this has nothing to do with like the story from Revelations. And you're like,
Me and AJ
Revelation.
Me and Nate were joking at the end where the Antichrist is like, "Come back, come back,
Come on.
come on." We're thinking of Hot Rod. He's like, "Babe, wait,
Babe,
wait, come back, babe."
That also made me think of what is it? A Christmas Story with the kid with his tongue, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Baby, come back, come back, baby, come back." How was he getting? I think a real mystery is how was he getting audience metrics in 2000 that quickly? Like, I mean, that's pretty impressive that they were.
Yeah,
he was access
Seeing
to
the
that
numbers
kinda-
plummet. Yeah.
in 2000. I think you had to wait like 24 hours to get viewership, but not Mancuso.
Did you guys catch the subtle like sexual reference with Tom and Susie early on when they were like with all the siblings were around talking and they go like, "Oh, Tom told you about the tree?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's taking me out there for anniversary picnics."
What? I completely missed that.
Yeah,
That's
Picnics.
awful.
We've had picnics under the tree, and I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if that's if she was really open with her brother, and then that's how he found out about the tree and where the tree was, and she's like, "Hey, here's a secret
Amazing.
spot. You can go have picnics. Nobody will know
That's
about
awful.
it."
That makes me
What do
so
you-
uncomfortable. Like the kissing scene between him and Susie went on way too long.
Oh, yeah. The camera was too tight and there was too much.
Very quiet, but also
do you
really
think-
loud.
How much do you think the writer's room lit up when they were like, we need a name that they'll call the Christians? It's got to be a nasty name. Like everybody. Like yeah,
Something
like,
hateful. Hold on. Haters. What I saw,
Haters.
yeah, whenever it was the first time I think we heard it, whenever Howie Mandel's character was like, the haters, they hate, the haters. I'm like, what?
That was actually probably my low point. That was a terrible name for him.
I felt bad that they couldn't use a real Ouija board either.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because I've never seen anything like that.
They'd use a knockoff.
Well, to get Ouija board to allow you to use one of those in a film is so expensive anymore.
Yeah. At what cost? Your soul? Come on, guys. Let's get a knockoff one.
I'm kind of obsessed a little bit. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thought, but of Christian like actors in movies like this having to do like the most non-Christian thing and how the Mark of the Beast one's going to stick with me for a while. Being on set and then
That's
being
probably
like,
why Kirk Cameron didn't do this film because from what I understand, he's not going to do a kissing scene with anybody but his wife, or like he won't even like hold someone's hand or grab somebody's butt. Like everybody does that. Right?
You know, Busey grabbed some butt. You know he did.
I also wanted to know your guys' take on this. If you felt personally attacked by this Gary Busey quote, anyone that starts a sentence with UFO, extraterrestrial,
immediately
or
thought.
God, I don't have to hear the rest of the sentence.
We're clipping that and using that as an intro to our pod now. That for sure.
Yeah, 1000%.
It's so good.
I didn't even, obviously I hadn't seen it. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad they're on for this one so that they get to see this.
There
Literally
was
just described our podcast.
not to keep going, but there's the other moment too that I thought there's so many things that could have just made it in the list, but when all those like thugs are like killing all the homeless people in the alley and they're like, do you really want these filth stinking up our world?
Yeah.
And then they literally kill them to die and rot in the alley. Like, no,
Yes.
they are going to smell even worse now, guys. This doesn't get better if you just kill them.
And the guillotine guys come in. We're like, see, we got to clean this up again now. Again.
Gotta be kidding me. You're going to deny my PTO and this is what I have to do? This is insane.
Hey, Jeff, think of the carbonara. You're right. You're right.
You're right.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to overhype Italian crime rings, but I just felt like overall there was a lack of consistency with process. Like, I think if you have an Italian kind of mafia guy running the show, your SOPs are going to be a little bit more in order. Are we mass shooting people?
Why
Are
do
we
we call
doing
it
the
organized
snakes?
crime?
Because
Organized crime.
yes.
Come on.
So I did take an issue with that that scene because it just didn't feel like we had our stuff in line. The last line I did want to bring up because I thought it was worth mentioning. Gary is talking to Calvin. Not that we need more reasons to dislike Eileen, but he's like, "You remember the commandment, thou shalt not kill? Eileen taught us that." And again, I'm just back to like these little kids around a tree. And why is Eileen going right to like, thou shalt not kill as the commandment while she doesn't let Calvin pee off to the side? I just think there's a lot of reasons to have an issue with Eileen in this movie, I think.
But she was right. So
she was right.
Can't argue with
She
that.
also bets Tom's whole soul on one trip to church before he
that was
accident.
crazy.
You can see she contemplated it. If you're like, you know what? I think it'll work. Deal.
Right.
I just was like, man, on 1 week, I just think I'd want to be like, let's call it 2 or 3.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
She shows up. Crap, the youth pastor's preaching. I mean, I promise it gets better. I promise it gets better.
That's exactly where I was at. Is it a fundraising week? You know what I'm saying? I just think it's risky. If you're watching this movie, don't bet it on 1 week. Or
Definitely not during the summer. No, not at all. Because
my goodness, not during the summer. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on and helping us figure out the end times.
Dude,
Yeah,
the least we could do.
That was a very fun movie to watch.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Did we get? Is there an Apocalypse 2?
I mean, there's got to be.
There's an apocalypse now.
That's true.
I know about that one. I need to do some digging because this movie felt very self-contained, and that's why I was very confused why it was
see a
Apocalypse 3.
prequel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious on how they got there.
How do we get in touch with Howie to see if he'll do a spin-off
I think that'd be incredible.
of just his character
I love his salvation.
An origin
moment, too,
story.
where he's like
outside the van?
throws a crystal.
After he just let his sister and his whole family die in a cabin. I don't know if he apologized afterwards either. I don't think he did. It's like, you literally just abandoned her to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to get practical in moments like that, but I just feel like very much on set they were like, "You want to mic him up for audio?" And Howie's like, "Nah, I got it."
What
No
did
words.
he? Was it a ring? Was it a wedding ring?
No,
No,
it was
it's
the
the
stone.
crystal.
This little crystal.
Oh, the stone.
Who gave him the crystal?
His sister.
Yeah, Susie.
That was very random. She's like, "This will protect you."
Susie's
Good.
into crystal. Yeah. That's actually hilarious that Susie's into crystals going like, "Can you believe these Christians? They'll believe anything.
Yeah.
Here's my rock that protects me from bad vibes."
I really wish Busey would have gone off on her a little bit about the rocks. Don't talk to me about the rocks, Susie. Take it with you. You'll be safe on your shift.
UFO, extraterrestrial, God, I don't want to hear it. Now, if you got rock information, I will hear about that.
Gimme.
All right, for real. Thank you guys so much. Hey, everybody listening should know, but Ninjas or Butterflies is personally my favorite podcast out there in the podcast world.
Wowza.
Great guests, great subjects all the time. Lily's always knitting. It's fantastic. Check out Ninjas or Butterflies if for some reason you haven't seen their stuff yet. They also have great merch. Like I'm wearing this now. Like Tim's got the hat. I have so much of their stuff. I'm wearing it all the time. Wore it on a jog around the park the other day, and that found its way back to Josh. So check out their merch. Check out their podcast. Anything else that we can hype for you guys?
No, I
No.
don't think so. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow on Instagram. I'll put all that in the show notes. Thank you guys so much for being here. Josh and Andy, everybody, one more time.
Love you guys.
We love you so much.
See you next
Everybody
time.
watching, thanks for being here. We'll be back with another episode real soon. I'll talk to you then. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.